Hi everyone, it's Deanne Castro, Creative Memories Advisor from Bakersfield, California. I'm here to show you how to make this gorgeous border. I just fell in love with this paper when I started working with it. This is out of the Creative Memories Silver and Gold Accent Paper Pack. We also have a silver and gold designer paper pack, but I really like this one because several of the papers are sparkly and they just shine and they stand out. So I'm also going to be using the silver and gold embellishments to go on this when I get all done. So this border can be used for so many different things. It can be used for any celebration, for wedding, for anniversaries, even for heritage photos. The colors in it are just so beautiful. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to need is this white and silver leaf paper. See how the leaves just sparkle? I don't know, guys, you can see this. Yeah, you can see this in the camera. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. Okay, and I'm gonna trim that with my 12-inch trimmers to 1 3/4 inches. I'm sorry, 2 1/4 inches. I was looking at the wrong thing. So 2 1/4 inches is what I'm going to cut this into. And just cut that straight down. Okay, and then the first thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to cut it with our 3/4, what's this? 1 3/4 inch circle punch. It is fairly new, but it is so versatile. I've already used it for so many different projects. But for this one, we're gonna cut this in just kind of a random order. I like to turn it over so I can exactly see where it's going to be cutting. So I'm just gonna kind of punch it, about right here. And then I'm gonna move it up here, punch a little bit off the edge. And I'm gonna come down here and punch some off the edge, a little more than what I did up higher. Then I'm gonna turn it around, punch another full one down here. And then just another partial one down towards the end. Okay, so this is actually a variation of, you've probably seen Megan Jacks do this, and Noreen Smith also did one on one of her Wednesday teachings. But I just kind of adapted it using this particular paper. Okay, so that one is done. We're gonna move it out of the way here. Next, I'm gonna use this gold with these black dots paper, and I'm gonna cut this into 2 1/4 as well, because it's going to fit right behind the white piece that we just cut the circles out of. So this is gonna be 2 1/4. Actually, I can use this because it'll hide that. I think 2 1/4. Okay. So I'm going to take this piece and adhere it down on top of this one, and it should fit just perfect across it. I want to make sure that these little circle sections stay down. So I'm going to use quite a bit of the adhesive. Just to keep all the circle areas down a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to turn this over and fit it right on top of this one. It's a little off here. Okay. Next, I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch off of this black with silver stars paper. And that's all I need is just a 1/2 inch, because really only about 1/4 inch is going to show on that one side. I really like this paper because I like how there's tons of stars on one side and then they just kind of fade out towards the end. It really adds some extra dimension to that border. I'm going to use that paper again, so I'm going to put that there. Okay, then what we need is a 3/4 inch piece of this zigzag paper. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here, and I think I like this side better, so I'm going to use this side, and I'm going to cut a 3/4 inch piece just to tuck in underneath that other side. Okay, move my trimmer out of the way. Now I'm going to put some adhesive. What side do I want this on? I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm going to put some adhesive on this side. Looks like I'm running out of my regular tape runner. So we'll just finish using this up and then switch to the repositionable. When this is all gone. Okay, so I'm going to actually then just put this about halfway over this border for about 1/4 inch. Just kind of eyeball it, but you can measure it if you want. Okay, like that. Then I'm going to do the same thing with this side. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the other side here. And then I'm just going to have, you know what, that's not straight. Let's loosen this up and put this back on here straight. There we go. That's better. Okay, so now we're going to put this on top of this zigzag. And I think I'm going to pull that up just a little bit to like the bottom of this black zigzag line. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut some rings. See these rings right here? And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to use the small circle cutter, the small circle pattern, and I'm going to use the green and the red blades. Now, for the sake of time, I've already cut some, but I'm going to show you how to cut this using the smaller pattern. I'm going to move these over just a little bit here. Okay, make sure you have your cutting mat underneath whatever you're cutting so you don't cut your table or anything. And then I'm just going to line, because I'm going to cut in the inside of this circle. Line it up close to the edge. Now you always want to cut the furthest in, the blade that's going to cut the furthest in when you're using the inside, or furthest out on the outside of the pattern first, because then that way you won't mess up the ring that you're going to be cutting. So you take these two little knobs and you put them inside this groove. These patterns, if you haven't used them before, have an inside groove and an outside groove. And you want to make sure that both of those knobs fit exactly inside where those grooves are, so that it will just go around the circle smoothly. If you just have one in and one out, all it's going to do is scrape your paper or scrape your photos, and you don't want to do that. So make sure you've got both the knobs in. I'm just going to take that out and redo that again. And just go all the way around. Now the way you know that you've got it cut is, see how that paper's moving? So I know I've got it cut all the way through right there. Now I'm not going to move this pattern. I'm going to do the same thing with the red blade. Put both those knobs in that groove. And then I'm going to cut again. And that's what's going to give me the ring that I'm looking for. Okay, isn't that cool? I love that. I love making these rings. Sometimes it takes a little bit of practice, but I really like them. Okay, so I think I have enough rings to put in here. I'm just going to kind of put them in randomly. Just going to see. Let's see. I'm going to put this one with the stars like right here. This one with the most stars in the full circle. This one's a bigger one, so I'm going to put this one here. Now see how they're sticking off? I'm going to cut these off once I get them set where I want. Okay, there we go. So now I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the backs of these. The ones that I'm going to cut off, I don't need to put it all the way around. I'm just going to center this on here. Now this one I do need adhesive all the way around because it's the full circle. Okay, this one I don't need it all the way around. Sometimes you'll get these little pieces that are not cut exact, and you just take your scissors and just trim that off. Okay, and the last one. Aren't those pretty? I love this. I just love this paper. It just makes things just sparkle. It'll be really fun putting them on a page with your photos. Okay, so now the ones that are sticking out, I'm just going to go ahead and snip right along the black dot paper. That one a little better. Okay, and then this side. And this one. I'm going to put a little adhesive on the edge of this so it stays down better. There we go. Okay, isn't that cool? Now, the other thing that I've done on these is, I don't know if you can tell, but I have taken the scissors and I've actually just kind of cut some of these grooves where these zigzags are. It's not exactly to the point, a straight point. There's straight edges on here, but I was just trying to follow the color of the pattern. So I'm going to do that on this one. And I'm just going to kind of cut right along the white here. And it doesn't have to be exact. I think just kind of estimating this gives it some character. And see how where some places the white is a lot smaller, other places the white is a lot wider. Doesn't really matter. It's just going to give it a little extra character on your border. And we're getting close to the end here. This, I guess, can be a little time consuming, but I really like the effect of it. You don't have to cut this if you don't want to. You can just leave it as is. Save you a little bit of time. Okay, isn't that cool? I think that's so fun. All right, move those little pieces out of the way. Now you can leave this as is if you want, or you can add some embellishments to it. I'm going to take out the silver and gold embellishment pack here. Now, if there's any of these products that you guys see that you like, and you have a Creative Memories advisor that you're working with already, get a hold of her and have her show you the products. You can go onto her website and order them yourself, have them shipped directly to you. Not quite sure, where all of you are in relation to your advisors, but definitely get a hold of her and order these products if you like them. So I'm going to pull out a few embellishments. Oh, that's pretty. If you guys don't have an advisor that you're already working with, feel free to check out my website. It's on all of my different videos. And if you have any questions, just feel free to get a hold of me and I will answer whatever questions you have on any of the borders or the upcoming pages that I'll be making for you guys on our videos. So, what do you think? I like those. I think I'm just going to adhere those down just like that. You could use foam squares on these, but these already have some little foam squares on them, so I really don't think I need to add to that. I'm just going to adhere these down. And the last one. Okay, guys, we're done. What do you think? Is that pretty? I love this. So thank you so much for watching. And if you like what you saw tonight, if you like the other things you've been seeing on my videos, Go ahead and subscribe to my page if you haven't already. And for those who already have, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of your support and liking my ideas. All right. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.